We're going to work on alignment today and talk specifically about finding your target line and your stance line. The most important line in golf is your target line. And you have to establish that first. And the way that you do that is from behind the golf ball. That's where you establish your target line. Find a point between your golf ball and your target as close to your golf ball as possible on your target line to identify where you're going to aim your club face. And the closer your alignment point is to your golf ball, the easier it is to aim your club face down your target line. It'd be easier to aim your club face, 2 or 3 inches in front of your golf ball versus, 20 or 30 yards away from your golf ball. So the closer on your target line you can find something to aim your club face at, the easier it will be to align your club face. And that's the most important line in golf, the target line. But what instruction often leaves out is the stance line is just as critical. That's what all good players are doing. When you're watching tour level players set up and align to targets, they always start from behind the golf ball and establish their target line first. Then once they've established their target line, they move off of the target line and establish their stance line. And in order to establish their stance line, they're doing something very similar. They're finding a point in the distance parallel to their target line, and then they work back from that point to their feet. And as they set up parallel to the target line, they've established their stance line. And I find the easiest way to do that, and left-handers are going to be opposite of right-handers, obviously, but for a right-hander, for example, once you find your target line and you move off of your target line to the left, if you find a point in the distance, a tree, for example, that's clearly left of your target line, and then you draw an imaginary line from that tree back to your stance on the parallel line, it's easy to get set up correctly. But what most players do, and the physics of it dictate this, right-handers generally line up too far right of their target, which means they're close to their target line. Their body line is aimed across their target line to the right. Left-handers do the opposite. They aim too far to the left. So they're across their target line with their feet aimed to the left of their target. They're not parallel to that line. And in order to get parallel to the line, what you have to be able to do is find the point out in the distance that's clearly left of your target for a right-handed player, right of your target for a left-handed player, to establish the parallel line. And then use that aiming point and bring it all the way back to your feet so you can establish the parallel line. And once you are parallel to your target line, the golf club operates on a better path to the ball, your body rotates better, the club face rotates better with less manipulating and less compensating. And that allows you to control what the golf ball is doing better. And in order to establish that consistently, you have to establish 2 lines every time you set up to swing at a golf ball. Target line, the most important line in golf, and then your stance line, which is the line parallel to your target line. So once you've learned to establish that consistently, and as you watch tour level players play golf, you'll see them always start from behind the golf ball. They'll never walk up to the golf ball from beside it and set up and try to establish a target line. They always start from behind the ball. And then once you see them get off of the target line, when the left-handers move to the right and the right-handers move to the left, they have established the stance line. And then they come in on that and get parallel to their target line. And that is what enables them to execute consistently because they've established 2 lines, one for your stance, one for your target. And those are the railroad tracks that instruction often talks about, establishing 2 lines. One is your target line and the other one is your stance line. If you like that lesson, leave a like or a comment. And if you're interested in working on your golf game, if you'd like to get in touch with me, I'll leave the information on how to get in touch with me in the description.